Hello everybody and welcome back. Can I start off by saying thank you to all the people who've taken the time to contact me regarding the last video. I really do appreciate all of your thoughts and suggestions, so please do keep them coming. For today's song, as it's a folk song, which means the lyrics aren't in copyright, we've included them in full in the text description that goes with the video, which should make it a lot easier for you to sing along. Also, you may wish to now subscribe to the Living Lively YouTube channel, which means you will be automatically updated each time a new video is available. I will carry on sending an email around Living Lively members, but if you subscribe, it will happen automatically. So before anything else, we need to do a warm-up, and today's warm-up is a tongue twister, and it's one that some people will be familiar with. It's Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. So it's lots of s involved in there. So we'll break it down into little bits. So if we do the first bit, which is Sally saw Sylvester, and you go down a scale. So you're going to go Sally saw Sylvester, Sally saw Sylvester, Sally saw Sylvester, and so on. Sally saw Sylvester, 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 Sally saw Sylvester. And then if you now do silver saucers side by side. So it's silver saucers side by side. So again, going to go down a scale. Silver saucers side by side, silver saucers side by side, and so on. Silver saucers side by side, 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 silver saucers side by side. So when you join it all together, so it's Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. And the key to it, all of the movement, lots and lots of movement there. You should feel all of your face really moving around. If you wear glasses, they'll probably be bouncing up and down on your nose. Lots of movement in the cheek, lots of movement in the jaw. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. And the S's, don't make them too long. Don't end up going Sally saw Sylvester stacking, but tiny little S's. Almost think of a TS. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. And the side at the end of it, get rid of that quickly. Don't sing along side, but side. And then plenty of time to take a quick breath. So it'll Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester. So all the way down. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. So now just one more time, but this time I'm going to do it as quickly as you can do it. So a little bit higher. We're going really quick, and the key is don't tense, because you're trying to do it quickly. Don't end up going Sally saw Sylvester stacking, but Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. So really exaggerate the movement. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. Sally saw Sylvester stacking silver saucers side by side. So today's song, Come by the Hills. This is a request. 2 or 3 people have contacted me to ask for this one. And it's also a song which until this year I didn't know. Somebody suggested it for the songbook which I've been doing with my groups this year. And it's a great swaggering tune. So it's quite well known. To the first line. Oh, come by the hills to the land where fancy is free. And sing through it. Don't go, oh, come by the hills to the land, but oh, come by the hills to the land where fancy is free. And then careful, start of the next line is where sometimes it's a little bit tricky. And stand where the peaks, so careful of that note. And stand where the peaks meet the sky. And sneak a breath off to sky. And then, and the lochs reach the sea. So really snappy on lochs reach. And the lochs reach the sea. So that whole line. And stand where the peaks meet the sky. And the lochs reach the sea. Then, next line, different again. where the rivers run clear. And if you can roll your R's, really exaggerate rolling your R's in it. Where the rivers run clear. And then the second half of the line is actually a lot smoother. Where the rivers run clear, and the bracken is caught in the sun. So real contrast there. And then the last line, and the cares of tomorrow, and really snap your morrow, and the cares of tomorrow can wait till this day is done. So let's do the whole first verse. Oh, come by the hills to the land where fancy is free, and stand where the beats meet the sky and the lochs reach the sea. Where the rivers run clear and the bracken is caught in the sun, and the cares of tomorrow can wait till this day is done. Then the second verse, just for a bit of contrast, make it a bit quieter and really, really smooth. So the second verse. Oh, come by the hills to the land where life is a song, and sing while the birds fill the air with their joy all day long, where the trees sway in a time and even the wind is in June, and the cares of tomorrow can wait till this day is done. So that gives a nice bit of contrast. Then the third verse, you can go back a bit louder, a bit more swagger. Oh, come by the hills to the land where legend remains, where stories of old fill the heart and may yet come again, where the past has been lost and the future is still to be won, and the cares of tomorrow can wait till this day is done. And then the last verse, basically a recapitulation of the first verse, but just the first word is different. So rather than oh come, it's so come. So then the last one. So come by the hills to the land where fancy is free, and stand where the peaks meet the sky and the lochs meet the sea, where the rivers run clear and the bracken is caught in the sun, and the cares of tomorrow can wait till this day is done. So, all the way through, lots of swagger, lots of attitude. It's really one of those sort of songs. Where the rivers run clear Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's song. As ever, please do get in touch with any comments or suggestions. I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.